It began with a Tesla parked quietly on a sun-baked Hollywood Hills street. At first, it was just another car collecting dust under the California sky. But what was hidden inside that vehicle would ignite one of the most unsettling celebrity-linked mysteries the internet has ever picked apart. Fans, strangers, and amateur detectives began connecting fragments at lightning speed, building timelines, exposing inconsistencies, and pressuring authorities to move. At the center of it all stood David, a rising internet star, and Celeste, a young woman whose story would leave more questions than answers. The first shock came when Celeste's death certificate surfaced. People expected clarity. Instead, they got a line that made everything murkier. Pending, cause deferred. To most people, that sounds like paperwork limbo. But in reality, it usually means something in the autopsy didn't line up cleanly. When medical examiners defer a cause, it's because they need more testing, usually toxicology and tissue reports, to figure out what really happened. Something about her passing wasn't straightforward, and that delay cracked the case wide open online. TikTokers zoomed in on every line. Reddit exploded with theories. Twitter turned into a live crime board. Instead of calming speculation, the document triggered a digital avalanche. People noticed David looked visibly tense in old clips whenever anyone who resembled Celeste appeared near him. They compared expressions frame by frame, and discussions spiraled out of control. Then came the Tesla timeline. On August 27th, a parking officer noticed David's Tesla had been in the same spot too long and marked its tires. By September 3rd, it was ticketed. On September 5th, it was towed. And on September 8th, investigators finally made a grim discovery inside. By that point, the vehicle had been sitting untouched for almost 2 weeks. Photos later showed layers of thick dust on the windshield and windows, so much that detectives said it was obvious nobody had opened or moved the car since late August. The chilling implication was that Celeste's body had been inside all that time, hidden in plain sight. Private investigator Steve Pfizer posted close-ups online, fueling more speculation. If the car sat untouched for that long, how could nobody have noticed? And why was it left there at all? Official records showed the Tesla was registered to David, but multiple people reportedly had access. That opened a Pandora's box. Did he personally park it there? Did someone else borrow it? Could someone have used it to hide something without his knowledge? Prosecutors didn't rush to arrest him, and that confused the public. But insiders explained they were quietly collecting airtight evidence. They were swabbing DNA from every inch of the Tesla, pulling fingerprints, scraping GPS logs, subpoenaing messages and social media records. They didn't want a flashy headline that collapsed in court. They wanted a case that stuck, and that takes time. Meanwhile, fans uncovered troubling online behavior. Leaked screenshots from private Discord servers showed David chatting late at night with younger fans, dropping flirtatious emojis and voice notes. Most of those accounts vanished quickly, but digital forensics reportedly recovered backups that lined up with the week Celeste disappeared. Proving grooming legally is complicated, everything has to be authenticated, but the leaks gave fans fuel to dig deeper. They began rewatching old live streams where David made unsettling remarks about loyalty and girls disappearing when they stopped listening. At the time, it sounded like throwaway influencer talk. After Celeste's case broke, it sounded completely different. Then one photo detonated online. David wearing a wig eerily similar to Celeste's hairstyle. Side by side, the resemblance was uncanny. It didn't prove anything on its own, but it unsettled everyone who saw it. What truly shook people came during a fan meet and greet. At first, David was all smiles. Then a woman who looked strikingly like Celeste stepped up. In an instant, his entire demeanor shifted. His posture stiffened, his smile vanished, and the energy in the room flipped. Fans caught it on camera, and the comments flooded in. People swore they saw guilt, shock, or fear flash across his face. Not long after, concert footage from Silver Spring, Maryland, on August 23rd and 24th surfaced. In the balcony, a girl who looked almost identical to Celeste was caught on camera. Same hair, same slim frame, even the exact black tube top she was reportedly wearing when she was found. If it really was her, that clip might show the last time she was seen alive. Authorities said it wasn't her, but fans didn't buy it. They slowed down the footage, zoomed in, analyzed angles like amateur forensics experts. If they were right, it would tighten the timeline dramatically and reshape the entire investigation. Then came an eerie claim from one of Celeste's former teachers. He posted a video saying that after her second disappearance, students whispered about blackmail. He showed old classroom pictures linking people to David's circle. It was messy, unverified, but it added another layer of intrigue. Celeste's mother revealed something even more chilling. After her daughter vanished, she received a call from an unknown number. The voice told her, "Don't look for Celeste. She's fine." And then, silence. No follow-up, no way to trace it. That call convinced many that this wasn't just one person's actions. It sounded like coordination, intimidation, maybe even accomplices working behind the scenes. Meanwhile, David kept posting like nothing had happened. One of the strangest moments came when he reposted TikToks of meat being chopped with cryptic captions. Fans immediately connected the timing to Celeste's disappearance. Whether coincidence or not, it poured gasoline on the fire. Former crew members began speaking up. One backup dancer said David became possessive when Celeste was around, like he didn't want her talking to anyone else. Another claimed David enforced private rules backstage for girls. No pictures without his approval. Digital investigators reportedly uncovered metadata showing he was in contact with her during the days she vanished, even while claiming to be rehearsing out of state. And then came a witness. Someone living near the Hollywood Hills parking spot told investigators they saw a person returning to the Tesla late one night after Celeste had already gone missing. They didn't get a clear look, but they swore it wasn't David. If that's true, it suggests more people were involved, maybe helping move the car or cover tracks. When you line up all these details, the deferred cause, the abandoned Tesla, the leaked messages, the wig photo, the concert footage, the blackmail rumors, the phone call, the metadata, and the witness account, it stops looking like a simple tragedy. It starts looking like something calculated, layered, and far more complex than anyone expected. The internet isn't waiting for a press conference. Fans are dissecting everything in real time, comparing notes, trading receipts, piecing timelines together like detectives. Authorities are staying quiet, which some see as incompetence. But others believe it means they're building something airtight behind the scenes. Right now, this case sits at a boiling point. Every new leak, every new clip, every new document sends waves across social media. People are convinced the truth isn't just going to come out quietly. It's going to explode, because when a mystery is this tangled, silence doesn't last forever. And when the final reveal drops, it might shake everything, from David's image to the people around him, to its core.